Alrighty, here we are. We are all gathered again. I've got to do something about this COVID hair, people. My COVID hair is a mess. I just walked upstairs from talking to a friend of mine. Took a really short walk. Just so busy. So yeah, here we are, gathered again. And it's funny because I just had the same thing happen with my friend that all of you have happened with your family members and friends, and you start talking. They're asking you, "Oh, what's going on with this? What's going on? And why are you so focused on what you're doing in your house?" And you start to explain it to them. And I was like, "Look, the sun has moved. The sun is brighter." Well, the sun goes through changes. You see, the sun goes through. No, I've been studying this, and I know I've talked to you about it a few times. See, what's happening is the sun just goes through changes. You just don't. I'm like, fine. So he asked what happened to the comets. Well, the comets, they intersected with the sun, and they produced the EMP. The sun goes through stages. You have to understand. The sun has things called solar rays. And I'm like, oh man, I can't do this. I just can't do this. So, turned around and I just headed back home. I can't do that. It's, I don't have time for to sit there in the minutia of an argument for somebody that just doesn't even want to listen, that they're going to lecture you and have no appreciation for your level of knowledge that you've proven it again and again to these people. I have. And yet they just want to lecture me on silly shit, silly stuff, and I know they think they're engaging in greater conversation, and this is their moment to shine, and it's just a series of frustrations for me. I can explain to him in detail what a solar wind is, and he doesn't understand it, wouldn't understand it, and would say, no, you don't understand the solar wind, Charles. I've just given you all the electronic breakdown of how it works. It's not electronic. You see, it's a big nuclear ball. And comets are made of ice? Yes! Oh, fuck. So, hi guys. Hello, Duplex Fawns. Joshua Albright. Well, welcome back, Joshua. Nicola, Realist. Thank you for doing your work. Hello, Joe Whitfield. Yeah, I know you've been trying to catch live sessions, and yay, brother. Glad you made it. Hey, Natalie. Welcome. Alchemist. We haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? Adam Free Balance. Welcome to the Breadcrumbs Project. This is a place of it's an ongoing thesis. My colleague in all of this nowadays on another channel, Partha, he's doing a master's thesis, and this is more of a baccalaureate thesis, an investigation, and it's a continuous investigation. It's a continuous thesis. The fundamental question of this thesis is where we come from, who and what created us, and where are we going? And I have had nothing but satisfactory answers to all those questions so far in this project, but it's come to a head in the last month with all that we're seeing in the skies and nobody answering questions. Hi, Gina. Hey, Fitzsimmons. The logo. I love it, man. You saw it. There it is. So our man, it's Patrick Fitzsimmons, has created a logo for us. And that is our logo. Thank you, Fitzsimmons, very much. Please thank Mr. Fitzsimmons for the work that he did on this logo. And this is how he feels this project is represented. This is his view, artistic view of this project. I think it's great. I'm a little bit of X-Files. I'm a little bit of technology. I'm a little bit of mystery. I'm a little bit of this. I'm a little bit of that. I'm definitely an 8-bit character. So thank you for this very, very much. This is our official logo. And we have an official song too. So here, let's hear our official song. And the song was written and performed by LJ Trax. And here's our song. mean, there's action happening here on the channel. Hey, all right. Hey, Spartan, how are you? Thank you for sharing what you shared. That's beautiful. Be true to your heart. Again, Fitzsimmons, thank you so much for the logo and the branding of our channel. I think it represents us spectacularly. If you could sneak a Q in there, if you could message, if you could somehow do a numerology, maybe a 17, some kind of nod to Q, that's next level, and I think you're going to do it. Well, it's you're on a journey, man. It's a journey that is one that I can feel, and I'm glad you've come to share it with us, and you're part of our journey too, and you really are, in whatever form you take. Q's already in the logo? Oh man, sweet. Let me look. Oh, Fitz, did you know that you already had a Q in the logo? Fitz, be honest. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Markle. Market. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. So what's circling, what says breadcrumbs is actually a Q. Really, Fitz? I'm an idiot. Your project manager's an idiot. Idiot. That's why I'm the project manager and I have subject matter experts. I didn't make the logo. An expert made the logo. I didn't make the song. An expert made the song. I am not deciphering the zodiac or interpreting what the skies are saying. We have a subject matter expert doing that. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. No. No, 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 no. You don't touch a thing. That's brilliant. I didn't see it. Everybody else saw it. That's when you use symbolism and code, and you code things. The people that know what they're looking for see it immediately. Then you have the morons who are like, can you put a Q in there somewhere? It's there, idiot. Oh, now I see it. And that's how code works. That's exactly how code works. Thanks, Joe. You're making me feel very good. I hope you're saying that honestly, not to make me feel good. No, I can't see it. It takes the perfectionist eye, takes the creator's eye to notice deficiencies. It looks perfect for me. And I see a Q now. Cool, Michelle. Yeah, that's our logo. That represents us. And it's so cool that the breadcrumbs is in the Q. That is so badass. So badass. Love it. Absolutely love it. Good work, Fitz. And my co-host and the person that runs the chat is Epic Forever. Hey, Andrew. The dots represent the breadcrumbs. That's why you need an artist to explain the art to you. That's why you have art appreciation classes. You don't know what you're looking at. You're looking right at it, And they're saying you don't see it? No. You don't see the breadcrumbs? No. No. The breadcrumbs are there. Where? Do you see the dots? Oh, I'm an idiot. It looks great. I like the retro. I like the whole Mulder X-Files feel to it. It does have an etch sketch to it. Does have that extra, and you know, in the old vacuum tube type thing. It's badass. Badass. 64 people in here, so hey, Voices of Truth, isn't it cool? Isn't it absolutely cool? Good point. It does have a key feel to it. There's so many subtleties to this logo, Fitz. Are you writing these down? Hey, Natalie. Yeah, everybody's been screaming about this Lady Gaga's new album. All right, I guess I gotta go do that now. Chromatica. Going to look right now while y'all appreciate the logo just a little bit more. No, I just want the album cover, guys. Boy, it's hard to look at just an album cover. All right, that's insane. Oh, that does make it look like a number 3 or a heart. Oh, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. See, that's what then we're gonna keep looking at the logo. That's what Partha says. You know, he looks at stuff, especially pop art and stuff in cinematics, and sees things in there that are very astrological, but can't be coincidental. So, yeah, there's a, you know, an artist will do his inspiration, but he's putting messages in there that he doesn't even know he's putting in there. Yeah, the magnifying glass. But the number 3 is very important in all of this. Very epic. Kelly, it's actually it's one step farther away from communism. Yeah, these rioters are being paid, and people are sick of it. You know, it's not having the effect that Soros is trying to buy, and that is to have communism come in. He is spending a lot of money, and his world order is not coming together as he'd like, and he's still trying. God, he's still trying. Wow, Fitz. The letter Q has always reminded you of a magnifying glass. And that's what we do here. We inspect everything. We don't win every one of them, but we inspect everything. You know what? You are right, voice of truth. One step at a time and one person at a time. Remember when Sunshine came in yesterday and was like, "Are there any Qists or Q something or others?" Saying something disparaging about the Q. And I had to lay down the law and I had to speak the truth. And by 8 minutes after I had said all the things I had to say, Sunshine was having a different view of things. And it's interesting when somebody is exposed to the truth and the facts. And it's interesting when somebody's exposed to lies and lies, damn lies, and statistics. And it's interesting. You can show everybody the truth, and it just doesn't mean they're going to believe it. Yeah, he pays people to riot, gives them money, gives them lunch, buys them hotel rooms. Hey, Oil Docs, thank you for your comments and your understanding of the sun and the energy that it's giving. The Q is huge, man. The Q is not an American thing. I can tell you that right now. The tie-in that we have with India and the Indus culture in the process of the Q is overwhelming, overwhelming, and I point to our part of the Q, which is this part right here. And this is what you're talking about. Quite frankly, Oil Docs, the sun is a living being. The sun is an electric sun, and this is something that I've been studying for quite a while. The electric sun concept, that it's a living being, is something that's been that's newly introduced to me. But the practice of meditation, mental and spiritual states, is something I'm very, very familiar with. But I wasn't familiar with yoga fire, ekropsis, frashkoreti, samavakataratka fire. But I found someone who's a subject matter expert on this. And this right here is a very important part of the Q map, or the Q Great Awakening. It sits depending on where you look. It sits either to the left or the right of the Great Awakening words. The words of Great Awakening. This sits right to the right of it, stage right, and it is crucial as to what is coming, because it's all about the great solar flash. And we're preparing for that in this group. We're understanding it, we're learning about it, and preparing for it. At this point, the only people that can teach us and get us ready for this is India, the gurus of India. I had an amazing occurrence today that most people in the channel experienced with me, and that was I monitor my heart and system with an HVA monitor, a heart value algorithm, and it's one that you pay for it. It's a pay for app, so it's one of the good ones, and it connects to my watch. It's just it's called Welltory, Welltory. And I try to take care of myself. I'm 54 years old, and I do okay for that. Pretty healthy. But I can never get my numbers to look good in that program. And although I can't do the same gym routine here in a fishing village that I had when I was in Florida, with a big gorgeous gym and a trainer and all that, I do pretty well. But I couldn't get my numbers to do anything. I exercise, walking, taking things in the morning, taking readings in the morning, taking readings at night. Just everything always stayed pretty much the same, kind of crappy. I would say at sea level performance, A, B, C, D, E, F. I was performing sea level in most things. And so I did a meditation that that Angel Hope and Partha prepared for me around my astrological symbol. I'm a Cancer, but they need specific dates, specific date, location, and time of your birth, so they can know what is in the sky when I'm born. In Spain, in Spanish Spain, being born is dar la luz. You're given the light when you're born, uh, and that's mostly a Celtic. Comes from Celtic tradition. It's not a quote unquote Spanish tradition. Nacer, cuando naciste, uh, um, is what we say in most Spanish-speaking countries. When were you born? Nacer. Not nadar. Nadar is swim. Nacer is to be born. But in Spain, because of the Celtic origins, it's give the light. When did your mom give you the light? Cuando tu madre te dio la luz. So it is when you're exposed to the light from the hospital. What's on this? What stars, what constellations are facing you, and at what time and what day indicates a lot of who you are. If you have a really good astrologer, they can tell you a lot more about yourself than you know about yourself. It's happened to me. And also, a lot of these people are called psychics. And psychics do. They're people. Everybody in this room. I don't have to make excuses. There are plenty of people that have psychic abilities. I am quite sure, probably 30% of you, if not 50% of you in this chat stream, experience that in one way or another. But the stuff that Partha told me, upon doing just a brief reading, just off the top of his head, knowing about a Cancer, I'm like, what? Yeah, no, that's me. That's how I am. And he goes, oh, okay, yes, I know. That's anyways. I'm like, no, slow down. Not of course, Partha. So anyways, they gave me a meditation, some affirmations, and it was 3 affirmations, quite lengthy. I really didn't understand much of the subject matter. That they're teaching me as fast and as best as possible. It involved Rahu. And so I did that meditation. I did it really fast. I had to do it. Not had to. I was asked to do it 5 times. I said it once out loud, and then 4 times by myself in my yoga space, sitting Indian style. And so I did that. I was like, I got to get online. It was right before coming online. And I was like, I got to get online. I got to do this all quickly. But I did and then and so then I came online, did everything, and then I had to work, and so right before work, I took my readings on this Weltory program. So by that time, I was super stressed, super busy, overwhelmed, running. I didn't have enough time for anything, late for everything. So I know my numbers were gonna bomb on this Weltory thing, but I had to do it because you just have to do it every day. Everything was green. The whole program everything was close to perfect. I was at A+ status. And the only thing I did different, there's only one thing I did different, and that was that meditation. So, and it wasn't the meditation, it was the affirmations. So all I can say is there's real power in that. You can't I can't lie to that application. I tried everything with that application to try to give me some good numbers, good results, I'm a good American. If something's going to give me results, I want to have the best results possible. I tried, man, exercising, yoga, uh, nothing gave me good results. And all of a sudden, in a stressful moment, it says, "You're golden." That's real. Natalie, get in touch with Angel. Anybody that wants to engage in this process, get in touch with Angel. Um, she's not charging us anything. She didn't charge me for all that. I mean, she did a load of work, and I'm going to have to compensate her. I know she's going to say no, but because they see the work that they're doing. And the three of us, Angel, Partha, and I, know we're doing something quite special. We sense it. So I am going to put up Angel's email address here for the group, and it's Angel Hope. Um, and again, Fitzsimmons, thank you for the logo. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I didn't know the gem. I was like, hey, this is a cool logo. I didn't know. I didn't know how cool it actually was, man. Thank you so much. And that you've always thought the Q was a spyglass. Badass. And just let Angel know that you're coming from the Breadcrumbs Project so that she has a good idea of your level of knowledge and where you're coming from. And that's not obligatory. That's just that's just yeah, that just lets you know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? I just looked at the Lady Gaga art again, and it's she depicts the third eye, and I don't mean to be offended, but I'm offended. What do you guys see in her album cover? I'm interested. What do you guys see in her album cover? Give me your hot takes. Those of you who've seen it. I don't think Angel or Partha, and it's pretty late for them. It's 10 o'clock ish. Actually, I can. What time is it in New Delhi, India?
It's 23:03 in New Delhi, India.
Oh, geez, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah, they're in bed. I hope they're in bed. They better be in bed, resting up and sleeping. But here is Angel's email address. So take this down or copy and paste it, Spartan. And Natalie. Angel is well, she's a brilliant woman to begin with, but she is a um, a Hindu practicing yoga practicing Reiki practicing lack of a better word, priestess. Her knowledge is so deep and so great. She has her own masters in that, and she practices astrology at a very very high order, and she is learning from Partha. And I don't know if you know Partha, but Partha is a master of astrology, and not just from an Indian perspective, but from the entire ancient study and practice of astrology which was at once synchronous. There wasn't, if somebody if a Celtic druid saw something in the sky, well, an Indian priest or guru, an Indian guru would see the same thing. So the Celtic Yeah, the Celtic. Oh god, I keep losing. A druid and a guru are basically the same thing, and they would read the skies the same ways. And this was passed down generation after generation after generation for thousands upon thousands of years. And the stuff that they wrote thousands upon thousands of years ago, even about simple yoga, applies to us to this very day. So Angel works very closely with Partha, and so make contact with her and begin a journey with her. Uh, Natalie Dunk, you come from Druids. Which Druids? How interesting. Everything's genetic, man. Oh, I see a trumpet, a knife, and a horn from a goat. Interesting, realist. No wonder so many people are saying that. Okay. And it's a great thing that works, and I do not need medication. I just saw that. Uh, and I do not need medication. Meditation. There's a difference between meditation and medication. Wow. So Natalie, I'm assuming that you're in Great Britain because I'm in northern Spain, and the northeast tip, as a matter of fact. I'm in the area where the Romans launched their invasion on Great Britain. You're welcome. Um, oh, Canadian. But were the Druids English? Where were the Druids located? Your ancestral Druids. And the reason I'm saying that because here in northern Spain, it was heavily Celtic, and in the city where I am right now is the last place where the Celtic Druids um, here uh, made their last stand. This is this is the last vestige of land of Europe to be Christianized by the Catholics. Okay, so you're 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 from the Great Britain Druids. Yeah, it's intense. All right, time for you to practice some meditation, and there's great meditations for you on Angel Hope's channel. Let me pull that up too. Everybody, definitely go to Angel Hope's channel. Um, and the great work that her and Partha have done is amazing. Um, Angel Hope's channel is the best one to go to start out with, because going to Partha's channel to start out with, and I haven't spent a lot of time because I've been so busy here on our channel, um, that um, that I can't really keep up with everything. Um, so I haven't spent that much time, but I know that Angel has done a great amount of work in setting up the basics of her channel for the really entry level person seeking how to do meditation and how to do and how to properly practice. All right. Um, Properly do the things that you need to do to move your spirit. And I'm saying that right now because I've been doing yoga for 7 years, and I've been doing a lot of things wrong, and it didn't make a single movement or measurement uh, impact on the application that I'm using. And I did this mantra, these 3 affirmations, and did them 5 times, and all of a sudden my application has everything green. And I'll show y'all in a minute. I'll show y'all. Let's see, 67 people, and so a lot of you weren't in the earlier thread. Where am I putting this? I'm putting this here. All right. So this is Angel's channel. And the best place to start for us in this group is the procedure of the candle. And this is a 5-minute video that we're going to watch together. I hope y'all are excited. I know I am, because I haven't had a chance to watch it. So I am going to set this up. And I'm going to turn my mic volume down. Come on, mouth work, down. So I can listen to this as well.
हाय फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। मैं आप लोगों की होस्ट एंजल ऑफ शक्ति एथना। तो अभी एक बहुत ही छोटा सा क्विक वीडियो लेके मैं आ रही हूँ। क्विक वीडियो अबाउट हाउ टू डू कैंडल मेडिटेशन। So many clients or many friends has come with a question about how to do candle meditation. So I recommend them for the beginning level that at least do 15 or 20 minutes of candle meditation daily. And I will discuss the benefits later. But this is a just quick video about how to do a candle meditation. तो काफ़ी क्लाइंट्स मेरे पास आते हैं तो मैं उनको बोलती हूँ कि इनर वर्क करो। तो इनर वर्क का एक बहुत ही एसेंशियल हिस्सा होता है मेडिटेशन करना। अब जिसको मेडिटेशन का ABCD पता नहीं है वो बंदा डायरेक्ट कोई भी हार्ड मेडिटेशन हैबिट में घुस नहीं सकता। तो सबसे पहले मैं उन लोगों के न्यूरल क्लेंजिंग के लिए, आंखों की रोशनी उनको वापस आए, तो उनके लिए मैं सबसे पहले बोलती हूँ कि 15 मिनट का ही सही आप डेली कैंडल मेडिटेशन करो। तो अभी ये मैं क्विक आप लोगों को ओवरव्यू दूंगी कि कैसे ये 15 मिनट्स का कैंडल मेडिटेशन आपको करना है। उससे पहले कुछ करना है, मैं आपको क्विक एक व्यू दूंगी। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर वीडियो टुडे। तो फ्रेंड्स, सबसे पहले आप बैठ जाएं एंड मेरा जो 4:6:8 रेशियो का ब्रीदिंग स्टाइल है वो आप लोग करें। सबसे पहले आप लोगों को 4 सेकेंड में श्वास लेना है। यू हैव टू इनहेल फॉर 4 सेकेंड्स, देन यू हैव टू पॉज योर ब्रेथ फॉर 6 सेकेंड्स, देन यू हैव टू एक्सहेल फॉर 8 सेकेंड्स। सो इट्स 4:6:8। ओके, तो सबसे पहले मैं एक राउंड करके आप लोगों को दिखाती हूँ। लाइक मैंने अभी श्वास लिया, ये मेरा सेशन पूरा हो गया 4:6:8। इसके बाद आप लोगों को 3 से 4 नॉर्मल श्वास लेना है, फिर रिपीट करना है और ऐसे आपको 5 to 7 राउंड्स करना है। उसके बाद सबसे अहम बात है कि आप लोग जो हैं स्मजिंग कीजिए। स्मजिंग करना दोस्तों बहुत ज़रूरी है। जैसे कि मैंने उस वीडियो में दिखाया था कि स्मजिंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, जैसे कि अभी भी मैं कर रही हूँ, आप लोग देख सकते हैं। तो स्मजिंग कर लीजिए, आप अपने ऑल्टर को साफ कर लीजिए, स्मजिंग कीजिए। एंड
All right. Why is this important? Because it's the focus of of what we're doing on this project. So a big portion of this is the Indian yoga fire and mental and spiritual states. So this isn't really a waste of time. This is a call to you that we have to start practicing these things if we are true to what we believe the Q to be in our future. So this is a public service announcement. Testing, testing, testing. Test, test, test. Are you hearing me? So part of the great solar flash is your mental and spiritual states. Practice meditation. Understand that this is prophesied in every historical religion. Samavakatarka, fire. Frashokereti, eclipses, which is Greek, and yoga fire. All these represent the same exact thing, which is fire from the sun and fire from inside. So in a way, we've been saying the soul is sun and the soul is spirit and the soul is connected to the soul. So and that's what this says, and it's part of the Q. Now if the Q, and I'm just learning about the Q. I didn't know anything about that thing, y'all. Nothing. I saw it here and there because I'm political. But you look at it from a political perspective, and it's useless. For me, as a political animal and all the stuff I was looking at the Q, either I already knew about it or was fundamentally useless to me. Because that wasn't speaking to me and that wasn't for me. But then I come into this whole other part of the Q, this whole secret space program and all of that, and then the complexity of it, and then the intricacy of this of the Indus Valley and the Vedic cultures that's intertwined with all of this. That's not one person, and it's certainly not a solid American. And it's certainly not an American who's military or right wing or part of any vast right wing conspiracy. I can tell you that right now. Ain't no right wing redneck Bible thumper talking yoga fire. You can go to as many Trump rallies and you can interview as many people as you want, and they're going to say, "What? Yoga fire? No, I ain't had that barbecue yet. What's that like? Electric sun? Boy, what are you on? Yoga fire, electric sun? Boy, you crazy. You got to talk to your mama, you know?" So yeah, the Perluminati. I'm getting better at it. The Perluminati is what we are. And you betcha, it's a complete rabbit hole. And the reason it's a rabbit hole is because as you keep moving forward in it, you're rewarded with verifications and independent acknowledgments. And when you do an investigation and you follow a clue and that clue pans out, well, you got to keep following your investigation until the ultimate conclusion, which is what we're doing here, except the ultimate conclusion is the end of time, the beginning of the fourth age, the age of Aquarius, the fifth dimension. It goes on and on and on. So yeah, I didn't mean to become part of the queue, but I saw this. I'm like, I'm part of the queue. And then we have this come up. And I'm still looking for a good image of this. This is not the Q Great Awakening. The thing that has Great Awakening, this is not it. This is the Q map. And it has the word start in the upper left-hand corner. If anybody can find a good image that, you know, with the high resolution, so I can actually read the whole thing, I would be eternally grateful because I'm not finding it. And frankly, I just don't have the time to click through a bunch of websites. And Google and Bing sure are not helpful in finding anything about the Q. So if anybody can find this color, it's got all the blue and yellow, and in the upper left-hand corner, it has the start of the Q, which is what I'm looking for, because right here is the bottom right-hand end of the corner. This is the end of the Q. Supposedly today is the last official day of the Q and QAnon phenomenon. We shall see how that goes. But this is the end, and it has three things, and of course number 3 is so important to me in what I've been working on. It has three things that are connected. Breadcrumbs, which is us, and since we're becoming more logoized, we're coming up with a new Facebook page. Epic and I are, and so we'll be working on that over the next couple of days, probably tomorrow actually, tomorrow and Sunday to roll it out. And so we'll have a new Facebook page that's more logoized. So I was staying very anon, but now that I'm pretty much non-anon anymore, and I want people that are looking for the Q and these answers to find us. So we are breadcrumbs. The green area is Karamur, which is basically the people from the Pleiades who are here on Earth, who interbred with humans and are the Pleiadians, and that ties in with several people who are part of this group. They are Pleiadians. They are tied to that, and they're part of this investigation. Here it is, boom, right in the Q map, and finally the triangle, and myself, Angel, and Partha, although it's a big pill to swallow, we're in direct and contra the triangle that's the New World Order that tried to come off and do this horrible stuff that they've done, and that's the Rothschilds, Soros, and the Sauds, the House of Saud. So, you know, this is very representative of us, and it's the end of the Q, and the end of the Q is upon us. So, yeah, the meme wars, which Epic has been engaged in. I don't know if he's still in the throes of that battle, but yeah, meme wars at that too. Kaba Moore is not just one person; it's a whole. Yeah, but there's a Twitterer out there, Epic, that you need to engage with, and that's Kaba Moore on here. That's how this happens. This is what this page does. This page connects people that are looking for things. We're like a big phone book. We're the Google of the Q and going into the next phase. I forget exactly something. If you meditate 6 hours a day for it's like 4 years, for 4 years, it's like 100 lifetimes evolution. Could be, CJ. I mean, depending on where you are in your meditation. You know, you and I as beginner, yeah, if you did it, I mean, if you did it right. And that's actually something that, and I need to get those videos uploaded. I need to get those cut and uploaded. That Angel brings to us. But she did talk about that. She talked about, you know, if you get into a certain place of yoga, you know, you yoga for a while, but you're doing several lifetimes. You're experiencing several lifetimes in that one yogatic session. Wow, listen, I didn't know about that. Huh. I agree with you, Donna. I think we've been mistaught in a lot of ways, and uh, quite frankly, Partha and Angel give the Bible in the New Testament more credibility than I do, coming from a Christian tradition point of view. But they always explained to me, no, you have to understand the New Testament in in an astrological fashion, in an astrological form, because there's not only are the stories there, but there's a lot of astrological representation that in translation does not translate well. It's not saying directly what it's saying. It's saying in to an astrologer it reads completely different. Is fundamentally what Partha, especially Revelations. Revelations is full of astrotheology, full. Hey Anton, yeah, 12. How interesting is that? Yeah, CJ. Yeah, got Ed. That's a tough one for me to go with there. Um, so yeah, these evening videos are just going to be a wrap up of the day. We're doing morning videos to start out the day, and then doing wrap up videos at the end of the day, and having chat and lives going throughout the day. Things are moving at a rapid pace, and we're on international timelines. I'm in Spain, of course. Partha and Angel are in India, and a lot of you guys are in Great Britain and throughout Europe, and then in the evenings, America picks up. So this is the format that we're doing. These the 5 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Time videos are just going to be these lives, me chatting and discussing, and so they can be uh, entertaining and informative. And then after we finish, I usually kept the chat open, but I'm going to close the video and reopen another chat room in YouTube land, and so the conversation can keep on going. And what happens is a lot of people come in with questions. If we don't answer the questions immediately, it just gets weird. It gets weird. People get frustrated, and I don't know. There's a lot of anxiety out there and in the system. So the chat room is really, really helpful for those that are coming in new or asking questions or thought of something or have something to share. That's really important. So the chat room stay open. Did you see my message? No. What email? Sandra, where'd you send the message to, Sandra? Got the channel open for Sandra. No, I did not see your message while I was talking. I have, I'm a man of few talents, and whenever I do one thing, I have to do just one thing, or I don't do it. I don't even do it poorly. I'll do it poorly, but I can't do two things at once, as you can see. I either stare at the screen. Oh, okay. I know that you're getting hit kind of hard by all of this. A lot of you who are more attuned to the energies and the frequencies, y'all are getting beat up, man. And I see it, and I've seen things with my own experiences. So those people that you, uh, Sandra, all right, you just listen. I'll be talking, and yeah, Nemesis, she's not feeling good, and it's not normal illness. It's not normal uh, upper respiratory infection or anything like that. It's headachy and eye achy, and uh, thanks, Rob Hall. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, each live show, we pick up 3 to 5 to 10 new subscribers. So thank you so much for that. Much, much love from not only me, but from Epic Forever, co-host. He handles the chat channels, and Miss Scott Sandra is also one of our mods, and Nemesis is also a mod, and we all feel love. What is happening with the solar flash? So the solar flash, it's it's going to be a series of them. Rob, the creator, is has a sense of humor and likes to play things out long game. Partha is the one that said, "Look, it's going to be the 28th. We may feel it on the 28th, but I don't think so. We'll probably feel it 2 weeks later." But a CME did come. I think it's already hit the planet, and the nature of it did not impact us uh, um, greatly that we know of. I'm sure some of the satellites and space equipment was impacted by it, but I'm not sure. But I pretty much feel like it's already hit us. But there's several things coming our way, and this CME, this coronal mass ejection, was so directed, and the gentleman that does that kind of stuff, I forget what his name is, but he did a great breakdown. He's like, "Man, this is coming right for us. Got to be ready," and it hits us, and it could affect us, as I've had something already affect me greatly, or not. So, but the coronal mass ejection, the EMP that Partha predicted, did in fact happen. But Partha doesn't think that we're going to feel it now. It's going to be something that's going to manifest in a couple of weeks. And it's not, and we're not looking at an end of life event yet. This is something that's playing out slowly. The creator is definitely a slow roll kind of person, and they like to play their games. Wow, Nemesis, so it's hitting you too. Yeah, the empaths are really getting pounded right now. They're really Samuel. I'm guessing that you're probably an empath too. Oh, Kelly, yeah, don't worry about that rioting. It's bought and paid for. It's like watching a rock concert or something. There's people that are doing the rioting. They're getting paid to do that. It's performance art. It's performance art. They don't know why they're doing it. They know they know what they're saying. Yeah, it's all created. It's manufactured. It's 100% manufactured. Epic, I'm not gonna grammar police you, but I got a point. Yep. Completely staged. Thank you, realist. Yeah, I'm very much an observer, and that's what I call myself. I'm a watcher, and I've thought of myself as a watcher for probably about 20, 25 years now. Oh yeah, Troy. Yeah, totally manufactured. Fitzsimmons is actually worse than that. The news manufactured now is they can't stop because all these channels have to feed their masses. So MSNBC has to. It may be a small audience, but it's a vocal audience, and so they have to keep them no matter what. They can't be honest. They can't be neutral. They have to be biased because if suddenly they start becoming neutral and honest, then they lose viewership and they go out of business. So it's worse than that. It really is. Um, Sunshine, I was just talking about you. I was just talking about you. I'm glad you showed up. Cool, Fitz. Yeah. So CNN has to do the shtick because if they start doing, straight news, and they tried being straight news again, and the ratings just slammed. People want the rage. It was good. It was good. It was when you came in the other day. It was yesterday, I think it was, and you said, "Who's a Q?" What was it? You called who's a Q? A Q something. You're like you're about to beat up, and you're slinging fun. You're being funny. Who's drinking the Q Kool-Aid? And I said, I am. Here, let me pour this for you. And I did what, about an 8-minute monologue? You're like, really? And I did another 4 or 5 minutes. You're like, I never saw it like that. And then you're like, whoa. And it was very cool. And it was beautiful because you were open to what I was saying. And that's a beautiful moment for me when somebody says, and I have all my buddies do it, that they'll sling something like that. But that, the ones that take the time to listen to what I have to say, which is a whole other view of theirs, that's when we get a chance to reason together. And that's how I grow. I mean, none of this shit comes to me. I don't wake up in the morning like, whoa, I have to learn things. I have to learn new things. I have to change my own mind. I have to be open to what other people say, like these people from India who practice a religion and an experience that I am not familiar with, but only by learning and only by making my mistakes, uh, you know, and showing my swagger, do they get to go put me in my place, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm ready to listen now. No, 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 no. What I was saying, silly, silly talk. And I'll listen to something like this. I mean, Partho just goes, and I'm like, the only time I have to stop him is when I have to make the point. Listen, this is how the West sees it. Partha, you have to know that we see what you're saying way backwards. So let's get the real poop on this. And I make the point every time that the West looks at astrology as a parlor game. What is going on now? Oh, in the paper, am I going to get rich and find love today? Oh, yay, okay. And the next day, well, it didn't happen yesterday. What about today? And that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. Very cool, Sunshine. Yeah, we share, we're kindred spirits. And thank you for being so cool about it. Thank you for being so, so, so cool, Sunshine. Much love. Love and light. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right to you. Love and light. Natalie is so cute. She's got the app. Oh man, Soros, bless his heart, man, he is on the ropes. He is on the ropes. Yeah, I mean, Natalie, I don't have the Q app. I know I'm learning every day about the Q, but I know I play a part in the Q. When I saw this picture that's behind me right now, um, I'm sure you guys memorized. When I saw that, boom, that's me. And yes, I am an independent part of the queue. I am not an official part of the queue. I have no linkage to the queue. I don't talk to anybody from the queue. Whoever I do is our friends here. Um, uh, but what I am is an independent verifier of the queue, which makes me more valuable to the queue and the queue culture, because I'm not a tribalist. I'm not coming into saying rah rah Q, rah rah Q, Q Q, rah rah Q. I am mouth wide open. What? Holy what? And every day it's a new what, new what, new what, and so I'm in the rabbit hole way. But and I'm experiencing with you guys here. None of you people would be here watching this. You got better things to do with your time. But all of y'all are like, what? What happened to him? What did he just say? What's going on? The 28th. An EMP is coming on the 28th. A CME happened. And so we are all getting in this group just independent verification to our own thoughts and to what's occurring. So I am an independent verifier of what the Q is putting out there. I am talking about this all the time. This square right here of the Q. I don't want any other part of it, but this is my responsibility. I speak to it, and then and I hope you're paying attention, Maria, because I'm giving you a little lecture here. And then this Q map came to mine and Epic's attention yesterday, and there's breadcrumbs circled, and it's at the end of the Q map. The green applies to Epic, and the triangle applies to Partha and Angel. So this right here applies to me, applies to this group. So yeah, I'm part of the queue. You are part of the queue. And the CME happened, and it's had the results that Partha said. No, don't worry about it happening. No, don't be silly. Don't put your phone in the microwave. Phones don't go in microwave. A soup goes in microwave. He didn't say a soup goes in microwave, but, don't worry. Don't do your American things. This is all under control. What you do worry about, though, is meditation. What you do worry about is your soul. What you do worry about is your spirituality, and that is what the Q talks about. If this was a right-wing military ops, man, if this was a military ops, they wouldn't have yoga fire in there. They sure as hell wouldn't have the electric sun. Ain't no CIA officers, ain't no spooks, ain't no NSA people gonna even say the sun's electric. They just have no impetus to even begin there. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, the electric sun theory is not part of any conspiracy out there. That is strictly engineers. It's a group called the Thunderbolts Project, something I'm very familiar with. It's an impressive idea. The Thunderbolts Project people are not part of the Q, but what this is talking about, the sun being an electric phenomenon and even being alive, that's not right wing, people. None of the stuff in this square right here is right wing. And if it was right wing, they wouldn't say mental and spiritual states. They'd say Jesus. All that right there would just say Jesus. So yes, we are part of the Q. I'm going to support the Q. Anybody that comes to, well, we have a lot of people already from the Q, quite frankly. Christine, that's what everybody says, that it's a military ops, but I'm finding that the Q is way older and way deeper in history. And a military ops would not have these things in it, Christine. I'm kind of debunking that myth. I'm military, not currently, but I was in the military. I've been very involved in politics. I worked in D.C. for a year, and I was involved in Louisiana politics. Very familiar with the political process. I'm pretty familiar with some psyops and military ops. And this square right here is not a military ops origin thing, guys. It's much, much bigger. Nobody in military ops knows what yoga fire is and could even begin to associate it with the cropsis. And nobody in the Pentagon is even going to think about an electric sun, Christine. So, yeah, Jesus in the Q book. I mean, that is interesting stuff. No, Q. Christine, I know what you're saying. I'm telling you, it's far deeper than a military op. It's far deeper than just America. It's far deeper than that. That QAnon has been playing a part, and they've been rolling some dice. Yeah, but no, it's not just a military op. No, no, no. Natalie, yeah, I think so. I think this is done by higher powers. There's just too. Yeah, absolutely, Christine. Epic is a Pleiadian, by the way, Natalie, and he doesn't come by that easily. Yeah, it's not just a military operation. No, the Q has been around for a long time. I'm talking thousands of years, Christine. That they just popped up and are assisting America is because America has Area 51. All right, here, Christine. Here's how to drop the bomb on you about it. It's not just a military ops. The Pentagon in March, through a press release, acknowledged UFOs. They acknowledged the validity of the three UFO videos that were leaked, and then they did it 2 more times in press releases that didn't get anybody's attention, Christine, that UFOs are real. This was the U.S. Navy, which is the most stodgiest branch. I mean, they still wear the oldest uniform possible. These guys are sticks in the mud of the Pentagon. No one does regulation like the Navy. No one has bureaucracy like the Navy. And I worked for the Navy for 2 years while I was working in New Orleans as a network engineer. And the level of bureaucracy they have is breathtaking. Rank does not matter in the Navy. Paperwork and bureaucracy does. So for the Navy to say that UFOs were real, I mean, nobody was believing it. It didn't hit any papers. They did 3 press releases, and none of it grew legs. None of it caught. So they had to involve the White House, and they had to involve Donald Trump. I have two, since I'm in the queue now, I have two trains of thought on this. So finally, last month, a reporter asked the president at a press briefing, the U.S. Navy says that these leaked tapes are authentic and that they have not been doctored in any way. Are UFOs real? And the president gave the answer of a man who has been through at least 1,000 depositions, grilled by lawyers trying to get him to say the thing to get him in trouble. And he said, I have been briefed on these. They've spent some time talking to me about these. If they are real, they sure are something. He didn't wink, but he fell just short of saying, guys, these things are real. All right? So I think that the Trump, through the Q process, got the Navy to say those things are real. Basically, Christine, the government is saying aliens are real, and there's something that forced that hand. So the Q is involved with aliens. You know, and if you go through the Q map, it talks about the secret space program, which we've uncovered here. We've uncovered the secret space program, and we've uncovered the public space program, which is a sham, which puts out fairy tales because they're covering for the secret space program. And I got conspiracy realists here going, yep, he's right. Conspiracy realists would be the one saying, y'all are full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. No. He's even come on here going, damn. So yeah, Q is not a military operation. Is it Area 51 military operation? Does it originate out of Area 51? Yeah. Yes, Christine. Yes. So it's not just a military ops. It's far, 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 far deeper and far more complex. And a month ago, I would have told you that's nonsense. That's crazy loony talk. But after somebody got Trump to say UFOs are real, whether he said it on his own or was it the Q process that made him force the military to admit to UFOs and the fact that there are aliens on this planet, I don't know. But for Donald Trump, who has enough PR problems as it is, to get up there and say, yeah, I'm the UFO president. I'm not going to say they're aliens, but they're aliens president. I mean, something had to force his hand to do that. Something had to force his hand. And I'm going to tell you, as somebody that's followed Trump for over 40 years, I've been following him since I was 11 years old. It was my first inclination of going, that dude is cool, man. You know, because we were coming out of the Carter malaise, and Ronald Reagan was coming in with the, come on, America, you can do better than this. Let me show you how to do better. And then so the 80s started, and then Donald Trump was coming into the public. He was on the cover of Playboy. I mean, everybody wanted to be Donald Trump. And I was like, that dude's got it going on, man. It's the 80s. I didn't use that kind of language, but so I'm, modernizing my what I was saying. But I was like, hey, Fonzie. And so I've been following Trump his entire career. Good times, bad times, divorces. And I've always been like, damn, dude, nothing knocks you down. And then the kids were turning out to be all right. None of the kids had scandals. Girlfriends, breakups, yeah. But did they have, how many have been to rehab and how many have had those problems? None of them. Why? Because they have a good father. And the good father chose good mothers. So I mean, this is the character of Donald Trump, who's a billionaire. And he is not going to be the UFO president unless he has to be. You don't get Donald Trump to agree to a deal unless the deal is done. He's going to say no, 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 no until it's a deal. So something that he has been shown that we haven't seen, and it's got to be a lot of it, and it's got to be for a long time, not just a 5-10 minute meeting to make him say, oh, these little 3 videos, they're real. That's a prelude to something. Christine, I don't understand. I don't understand the Q. Like, not even. I just understand this block. Now, this block of the Q that I keep having up on the screen, I understand, but most of the people of the Q do not understand and cannot explain and have it be explained to them. Not only that, but what to do for meditation. What is the yoga fire? You know, if the Q is telling you to do something and you're a member of the Q, well, you ought to be doing it. So hopefully the people of the Q are coming here, seeing what we're talking about, and doing their own research as the Q would like you to do, and then acting on it. Just don't come here and say, oh, okay, neat, all right. No, we're giving instruction. We're telling you, if you believe these things to be true, then these are the things you must do. And I had it proven to me today because an application that I've been using to check my health has been giving me, C-level results. I'm 54. I take good care of myself, but I don't take great care of myself, obviously, because I'm getting, C-style results in this application that most of you have seen already. And then I did 1 4-minute meditation. Said 3 affirmations 5 times, 1 out loud, and then he told me how to do it, and the 4 to myself, and really quickly. And all of a sudden, I had, within 2 or 3 hours of doing that, working, stressing, just, I got green across the board. And I'll show you all that here shortly. The Q has not explained, it's not part of the Q drop, but it's part of the Q map, Troy. Yes, if you're part of the Q like that, you are driven. So we're not a Q drop, and I don't expect us to be a Q drop, but we're part of the Q map. So if you know how to read a map, then you're going to get here eventually, hopefully on time. Hi, Miss Youngblood. Yes, a ton of hot single guys here believe. Natalie, all of my young guys here are hot. All of them. Aw, Joe. Yeah. If we can make a love connection here, let's do it. We're all about the love. What? No, man. Epic is sexy. Epic? Epic forever? That brother works outside. He's a contractor. He's got muscle and brain. Hey, Sandra, what's up? Well, Natalie, he's Irish and English, so read back my last few messages. All right, guys, give me a moment. Sandra, Miss Escott, 66. Um, so give me a minute. I witnessed what a wonderful man he was firsthand. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Look, Sandra, who's been in our chat channel. She is a member of the Q. She has worked with the Q directly in say lightly in acknowledging a few Hollywood entertainment questions, answering. I don't know how to say it, but anyways, uh, she has interacted directly with the Q and members of the Q. Um, she worked for Trump in the 80s. And like everybody I've ever talked to that has worked for Donald Trump, um, says that he makes you feel like the most important person in the whole damn world when he's talking to you. And if I'm lying, I know. Uh, uh, yeah, everybody that has ever talked to him, met him, he's humble, he's approachable, he's funny, he makes fun of himself, and he hears every word you say. He's not looking at somebody else. He's not looking for anybody, the other most important person in the room. He's not trying to move on to the next person. When he's talking to you, he's talking directly with you. And I only say that, Sandra, Miss E. Scott, um, because my godchild um, worked in New York City, and she worked for an investment banking group. Um, gosh, I ought not say. She worked for the biggest investment bank in the world. She worked in the executive offices, and and uh, they had interactions with Trump. Trump's not big on borrowing money, but they're always trying to get his business and his friends' businesses, and he's part of the networking that this banking executive team always does. And whenever they met with the Trump organization, um, I mean, Donald Trump was just as nice as could be to my godchild, and she just always stated, I mean, he is just so nice, and he remembered my name, and he even asked about my mom, which asking about my sister, and just the nicest guy in the big, big man, but he just talks, he just envelops you, and so. Um, Yeah, he's not the people. He's not a racist. He's not a misogynist. He's not anything but a good, hard-working man, and he rewards everybody that works for him. Everybody that works for him. Everybody wants to work on a Trump project. If you get a Trump contract, it's going to be good. You're not going to have to worry. You're not going to have to pinch pennies. You're going to make good money. If you do bad on a Trump contract, he's going to sue the pants off of you. You're not getting paid. You better deliver what you said when you were going to do it, or because if you don't do it, you make everybody on his contract, on his project, look bad, and timing is everything. um, and there's something else about Donald Trump. uh, Oh, there's something going on in the chat room. Yeah, Epic's hot. He's the bomb. Um, so something else about Trump is that uh, his projects come in under budget, and they come in sooner than they don't come on time. They come in sooner, and that's because he drives the people, the contractors that he has. He drives them hard, but he pays them really well. And everybody that works for Trump, they get paid really well. But the expectations on top of that are commiserate with the pay. So if you get paid good money, then you get then the results that are expected are huge. Um, and um, and so when Trump goes and looks at a project, a construction project, a Trump Towers project, wherever it is in the world, all of the executives and the management people have all of their stuff that they present to him, and they charts and papers, and they all flip through it, and he goes, fine, fine, fine. Now let's go see what's really happening. And he'll go and he'll talk to just about every contractor that's on the site. He'll go shake their hand. He'll ask them how their family's doing. Are they happy? Are they getting good money? Are they really getting good money? Because he's paying for the contract. He wants to make sure that you, the guy on the job, is getting paid well. Because if the fat cat's getting good money and you're not getting paid well, you're not doing good work at the really basic detail level that he wants that work done. That he wants that corner in that room to be super flush. Not just flush, but super flush. So the guy that's actually doing the work of putting that corner flush, well, Donald Trump wants to make sure that that guy is feeling well compensated. Not his boss, and not his manager, and not the owner of his company, but the guy doing the work. So he goes and talks to everybody at the job site. And then he asks some details. Is this the best product that you know about? Do you think we can use a better product? Are we using it right? Is it to code? I don't like the way this looks. Can we just do something different? Oh, okay. So after it dries okay, I understand. So Trump doesn't walk around and throw around money. No, he knows projects. He knows construction. He talks to the construction worker. He spends time. He's probably done a lot of work himself. We haven't seen pictures of it, but I'm sure he strapped on jeans and swung hammers and he just knows his business. He knows his companies inside and out. And he really doesn't expect a lot out of his middle management people. They're just there to do middle management, so they just better do it right, not fuck up. But he expects a lot for the people at the bottom that work for him. And he gives them the pride to do a good job. That's who Donald Trump is. All good in the hood. Oh, you rabble rousers. So, yeah, it's been crazy what they've done to Donald Trump and his reputation. Just a hatchet job. Gives me the creeps. But yeah, he's a good man, good family man. He's been good for New York, and New York's done nothing but kick him in the teeth. And man, I used to think New Yorkers were loyal to New Yorkers. No, no, no. They're loyal to power. All right, guys. I really would like for you to get in touch with some meditation, get in touch with your spirituality. And we've given you some ways to do so. We've given you some people to talk to do so. So consider doing so. We have a lot of work to do. Parth has got a timeline of how events are going to unfold because of the journey the comets are making. We already see by our own eyes the sun is not right. It's shining too white, too bright, too north. Oh yeah, 1 o'clock's coming around. But the moon, I've been meaning to talk about the moon. Y'all have been talking about the moon in the comments section. You want to talk about the moon? It's not in the right place. It's not the right color. It's shining super white. It's not at the right place, and it's not at the right color. Yeah, man, the moon's doing its own thing. Yeah, yeah. Believe me, Epic doesn't want to agree with me, but yeah, the moon totally looks off. And you know, when we see it during the daytime, usually it looks a little different. Now it looks you know, we're used to seeing a little bit. Now it's bigger. It looks off. Who said the tides are off schedule? Anybody? Yeah, it looks fake lately. It's white during the day. I mean, and at night, it's super white. If you do get a nighttime moon, like the last 2 nights that I've gotten it, it's so, and it's not a full moon yet. It's a waxing moon. Yeah, it's a waxing moon. No, it's waning moon. It's waning moon. It's waning moon. So we're just getting crescents. We're just getting parts of it. But the part that you can see, it's not that grayish look or anything. It's white like the sun. Waning. It's a waning moon. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, it's a waning moon. No, not at all. Resending the meditation link. Does anybody need Angel's email address? No, it's a waning moon. Natalie knows her moons. But Apollo, who said something about the tides being off? I haven't heard anything about that. Yes, Andrew. Yes. Yeah, ancient tribes, even ancient Egypt talked about times before the moon. The moon stopped. Egyptians talk about the earth changing direction in its rotation. Richie, no, I don't believe that at all. Donald Trump would not be a Mason. Ho, no. No, he was a Democrat. He supported abortion rights. No, there's nothing Mason about Donald Trump. You see Donald Trump going through a Masonic ritual? For fuck's sake, man, no. I didn't mean to be like that. I didn't mean to come off like that, Richie. I apologize. And he may be, because you're a man of power. But I don't feel the same way. What did I do when I read those things from Angel? Man, there's a lot of stuff that I've read from Angel, Andrew. You're gonna have to help me out. I'm more specific. Apollo, you're gonna have to do your own research on that, my man. Sorry, Richie. What did I do? I sat in a quiet place and I just read it. The number of times she asked me to read it, I read it one time out loud and then 4 times quietly. Just sit in a place quietly, do whatever you want to do to prepare the room. The more you do to prepare your space, I got to take a break pretty soon. Yeah, it's wine o'clock. The more you do to prepare your space and yourself, the more you sanctify the moment, the more power you bring to the moment. So if you take a bath, you do the meditation and the ritual, it's just more, it adds sanctity to the moment. If you have some incense, burn some incense and some sage, all of that, I didn't believe a month ago made a bit difference. Right now, I can tell you that it makes a bit difference. I don't feel better, I don't look better, but I've got technology telling me that I'm doing way better. And it's not me, it's my heart. No, I can't. I've just known Trump too long. I've known too many people that have worked for him. The people that say these things about Trump, voices of truth, are people that just hear about him through the MSM. They have no personal knowledge or relationship with Donald Trump. They've ignored him most of their lives because he's a capitalist. He's been famous all of his life. So the people that don't like him now really never known him. The people that really like him, like really, really, really like him, they've known about him. They've known about Donald Trump for 40 years. He's been too much in the public eye to be a Freemason. He's been too much in the public eye all his. All right. Let's see. What's going on? No data. Am I up now? All right. Okay, I think YouTube's happy now. Yeah, that's YouTube's side. My laptop's good. So YouTube is being grumpy. So this does mean that it's close to wine o'clock. Yeah, Epic is dropping packets. But it's not my system that's doing it, and it's not overheating. So something with YouTube's not happy. So that means it's wine o'clock. Interesting. All right, guys, I am going to take a break here. Because something's not right, and I'm dropping packets. And if anybody has any questions, please let us know. But this group is very well informed. And yeah, there's a lot of talk about a lot of different things happening. All right, guys, I'm taking a break, and we'll be back in a little while. So you know what that means. It's cha-cha-cha time. All right, here is our logo. Check it out. We are becoming a thing. We are the Breadcrumbs Project. It's all of us. We're a group. We're a team. We're becoming a family. We're starting to argue like a family. More love, less arguing. Let's go. Cha-cha-cha. It is the wine o'clock hour of the Breadcrumbs Project. One of the first things that was done right after, I don't have a picture yet. Right after Moses, actually Noah, after Noah got off the boat, one of the first things he did was plant grapes and make some wine. So that's biblical in proportion. So this is the wine o'clock hour of the Breadcrumbs Project. We all like to give a toast to each other and appreciate the work that was done today. So 37 people in the chat. Once we get up to 60, I'm going to show you those numbers that I was talking about. That came about with. Still startles me. Still to this moment startles me and overwhelms me that the results of my heart value algorithm. And one of the things that the ancient practitioners of both India and China used to do, people used to be able to take your pulse and sense your pulse. And they were very sensitive fingers, I guess, in training. But they could tell you what was wrong with you just by your pulse. They said, "No, don't say anything to me." And it'd be they'd look at your eyes, your tongue, everything, and they could make a spot-on evaluation just with those basic things. Then came in the beauty of modern medicine, and now everybody's confused. No, I don't have bath salt, and I don't have sage. I'm in a small fishing village. So there's a lot of things I have to start gathering, but those are the things that make sanctify it, Andrew. So those are the accoutrements that make it all so more sanctified, and it has its own powers. But believe it or not, I just spoke words, brother. I spoke words sitting in a comfortable position, and it made that happen. Yeah, that's all I had time to do. That's all I had time to do. And I was rushing through it too. Each one 5 times. I said the 3 5 times. So read it once, read the 3 twice, read the 3 4, read the 3 5, 4 or 5 times. So I didn't do one 5 times, 2 5 times. I did them in a series. And kind of what I did to make it interesting was the first time I read it out loud, all 3 out loud. The second time I read them silently to myself. Then the third time I read them backwards. So that the third one I read twice, then read the second one, read the first one, and then read the first one twice, and then second one and third one. So I kind of did a type thing, and it really made it interesting when I came back up them. I mean, I read it in paragraph form. I didn't read all the words backwards. But I read 3, then 2, then 1. Hi, Joe. Hi, Nemesis. Angel. Just talking about you. How are you? What time is it? What are you doing up, Angel? It's like midnight for you. Well, Tori. W-E. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Well, Tori. So think of a Tory, but think of them well. And I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. I'm fine. It's, 1 o'clock in the morning, but we're okay. Oh, thank you for being up. Thank you for being up. And I was just talking to Andrew about the affirmations and how I did mine. I didn't prepare my space. I just sat down and read through them. And I could have been a lot more holy in doing so, but I was in a hurry and I just rushed through it. And you saw the results. Still can't get over that, Angel. Still can't get over that. So it's wine o'clock. We're at 44 people now. Angel, when it gets up to 60 people in the chat room, then I'm going to go over what we did and show them my numbers again. But for right now, it is wine 30 and wine 15 by the clock. So I'm opening my bottle of wine for the evening. It is Señoro de Mendizábal. It's a Rioja, but it's also a grocery store label. So this is a grocery store wine, but they do have a Rioja label. So this is like the $2 chuck, and it's delicious. I love this brand and this label. Yes, it does have an in-app purchase, Epic. That's why I said it's one of those pay-for apps. So you know it's the good stuff. Angel, the way I read my affirmations today was literally quickly, just a rush job. I sat in the space where I do yoga, and I sat on my yoga mat. I sat in lotus, and that's about the only thing I did that was ritually worthy for what I was reading. Because I just, I don't understand everything I'm reading, Angel. So, you sent it to me, and I kind of just breezed through it. So I could, and then you said, okay, got to read it 5 times. And I was having coffee at the moment, my morning coffee. I'm like, all right, read it 5 times. This is important, so I'm going to do it after I bathe. Give me 20 minutes to finish my coffee, and bathe, and I felt ritually clean, and sat on my yoga mat and read the affirmations once out loud, and then the second time silently. So the first 2 times that I read it, it was fine. But when I read the 3rd time, Angel, the first 2 times I really didn't read number 3. I read it out loud and silently, but the 3rd time I read it silently, all of a sudden I was reading it. I was like, did I read these words? And I was like, I remembered a few words. So yes, I read through it. I didn't skip it, but it's like I'd never seen it before. And so the 3rd time that I read it, I was like, oh, da, 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 da. And then so what I did was I read it backwards. So that I read the 3rd one twice, and then the 2nd one and 1st one, then read the 1st one twice again to finish 1, 2, and 3. So it was very interesting. A very interesting thing that happens to me. I'll look at something, I just won't see it. It's like somebody put a blurry spot, like a little. Is there a face there? Can I see a face? And then it's like, oh, it's my face. It's a camera. So strange. So I did 1 out loud, 2 silently, 3 reverse, 4 normal, and then 3 reverse. 5 times. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Melinda. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. And this is where most of the Americans start picking up and kicking in. Who is in the United States of America? How many people do we have in the States? Roll call. Yeah, let's do a roll call. Got 50 of us. Whenever we hit 50, let's do a roll call and see what part of the world we are in. Yes. USA in hoc. Straight up country, Alabama. That's right, Melinda. You're the 333s. You mean something to me and Angel Hope. Hey, Pittsburgh kid. All right. Hey. You're chiming in. Hello, Pittsburgh kid. Ask some questions. Talk. Hi, Army Mom. Good to see you. Well, Army Mom's in the house. This is time for a toast. Army Mom, this is to you and the support you give us, and thank you for being a very special part of our family. Here's to Army Mom, guys. Fitzsimmons, you're in the U.S. Washington State, Nancy, you're all the way over there, man. I'm in Spain. I'm in the peninsula. Oh, that's a good wine. That's a good wine. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I like that. Uh, so yeah, I'm in the Spain, in the peninsula of Spain, the farthest westest point of Spain. So this is kind of the end of the earth of Spain. It's been called that before. Finisterre. And there's actually a town just down south of me called Finisterre, which is Latin for end of the earth. And so you're on the other side of America. So I'm on the other, you're on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean from me, and on the other side of America, at the tippity tip. You are a prayer warrior, I know that. Oh, I know you cover your son in prayers, that's for sure. Hey, Pittsburgh kid. Francis Coppola bought some good vineyards. He's got some good wines. Yeah, the claret that he has is it's a good wine. Oh well, Melinda, you don't have to be busting out the 1800, girl. We know what happens with tequila and the South. Yep. When they say hold my beer, a good thing's gonna happen. When they say hold my tequila, hold my empty tequila glass, oh, that's when it starts flying. Yay, Michelle. Good job. Good job. Good job. And Michelle knows that I've talked about this before. We'll talk about the EMP. The Extragalactic Distance Scale Key Project. That's interesting. Listen. Ah, thank you, Angela. Sweet dreams. Good night. Rest well. Yay. Thank you. You've done such good. What a great day we had. Olivia Fang, welcome. Hi, Olivia. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? We just did a roll call and got most of the people from the United States here. EMP is an electromagnetic pulse. That's a giant energetic amount of magnetism. It's a radio wave. A radio wave can also be considered an electromagnetic pulse. You experience a strong one whenever you get electromagnetic imaging, MRI, or magnetic resonance imaging. MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. It uses magnets and to measure the resistance through different parts of your body, and then an algorithm renders it for the doctors to see. So the sun put off a giant, two giant discharges 3 days ago, and those discharges create electromagnetic pulses. They weren't strong enough to penetrate our magnetic shield and didn't affect us here on the surface of the planet, although I'm sure London. Okay. Hi, Olivia. You're new to me. I haven't had a chance to talk to you, so welcome to the Breadcrumbs Project. I am the General Breadcrumb, and you're part of the Fellowship of the Crumbs. Welcome. Yeah, everybody here is awesome, Melinda. You got to admit that. Can we touch on your affirmations and what are they? Yeah, absolutely. I've been coming to the channel almost every day since 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay, Olivia. Yay. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. This is your official welcome and greeting, and you even get a wine toast. Here's to you, Olivia. Welcome. Epicus. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Epic never forgets you. Yeah, we have a few RH negative folks in here, Nancy, unsurprisingly. Olivia's enjoying a gin and tonic. Bombay Sapphire or Bombay regular, Bombay gin. Beef eaters. What kind of gin? I'm interested. I love gin. I'm a gin man. Melinda, I will get to the 333. You got 100% resilience? Go ahead, man. You saw me. I was in the 60s, brother. 60s and 80s. What were your other four numbers? What were your other three numbers? Yeah, it's funny. It is funny, Melinda. All right, 44 folks. We're losing people. All right. So, I'm going to switch cameras here to show you. Let me get in the chat room over here so I can stay with everything. Oh, Nemesis. That's a horrible place to be. Tonic and no gin. At least gin with tonic you can make. I mean, with gin straight up, you can enjoy it. Interesting stuff. All right, so let me make you a camera. Let's see, in what view am I going to give you? Right here. All right. All right, let me set up this camera here. And get on my machine. Change cameras. Ooh, that's going to suck for you guys. All right, I have to do something else then. Let me give you this screen for a minute while I do some magic here in the background, because I am the chief technician of all of this stuff too. But we can definitely make it work. All right, so the three affirmations. Were pretty interesting, and I really didn't understand them. So let me pull those up first, then we'll look at the numbers. Now, let me bring my camera back up so I can be chitty chatty. The affirmations are basic. Understand Hinduism and the Indus Valley and the Vedic writings are ancient. This stuff that we're dealing with is ancient. Angel's very polite in putting her timelines to meet Western ideas and Western timelines as they view the Vedic culture in the Indus Valley. They always use the 4 to 5,000 years old because always everything that has built in rock has to be Iron Age because if it's before Iron Age, it's impossible. All of these buildings that we find, including the Sphinx and the three pyramids. There wasn't enough iron in all of Egypt to build one of those monuments, much less build all of those monuments. Okay? There wasn't enough iron in all of Egypt to build one pyramid or one Sphinx. Because, just the level of stuff that had to be moved, and it took a ton of work. So it has to meet into that Iron Age specificity. And when the Iron Age came around, listen, the Egyptians were prolific writers. They wrote on anything and everything that they could when the times came for the Iron Age. And there is no writing on the inside of any of those pyramids. So those pyramids were not built by the historical Egyptians. Those pyramids were built by far older people with older traditions. Same with the Indus Valley. They don't go back 4,000 years. They go back 30,000 years, 100,000 years. The places that were built beautifully and structured did not have bathrooms. They have whole archaeological renditions of beautifully well designed cities that are very, very sophisticated, with very sophisticated houses and not one bathroom. Yes, they have a tradition saying that the ancients, their bodies fed off of sunlight. They did not need to eat. They did like plants. There's really there's no real reason why we couldn't function like plants and just do photosynthesis. Structurally speaking, there's no real reason why we couldn't just have photosynthesis happening. But we don't. We got to eat. And, if you think about it, that goes back to Adam and Eve, because Adam and Eve had to learn how to farm. So did they have to eat before they were expelled from the Garden of Eden? Eve commenced giving birth upon expulsion from the Garden of Eden. And one of the things that God told him right there immediately, Eve, for this, you're going to feel the pain during childbirth. Did she give childbirth before that? She certainly didn't feel the pain. And by tradition, all the religions that talk about Adam and Eve and God and the Garden of Eden said Cain and Abel. Cain was the first farmer, and Abel tended sheep. I think that was what, or no, I think Abel was the farmer, and Cain tended the flock. So the first two children had to do farming to survive. So there's a whole series of cities that archaeologists have found and that have no latrines or no bathrooms. So you have to appreciate. And these old writings and these old ways that I'm talking about here are still incorporated into the Hindu religion and into the Indian tradition. Do all Indians observe all of the old ways? No. It's a very big problem in India. Modern technology has taken the mickey out of them. But giving that background, what I'm about to read of the affirmations, again, it's very old writing, and it's translated into English. These three affirmations in a title set. Please please repeat each for 5 times, and then take 3 breaths from the universe, and then air blow to the universe to seal the affirmation. Those are the breaths that we practice. I didn't even have time for those. Okay, I didn't even have time for any of the breathing, and that really blew Angela away. I sat down, and this is what I did. First affirmation: I heal Rahu. Rahu is the being who's been decapitated and is represented by Atlas, Comet Atlas, and Comet Swan, and that's how we know what's happening. That Partha reads Comet Swan and Comet Atlas as parts of Rahu, and understand Rahu's head was severed in an unjust manner. So that's why I give you that background. I heal Rahu. I forgive and release Rahu in all timelines and dimensions. I release and forgive my ancestors and all ancestors in all timelines and dimensions. All cuts and wounds in currency is completely healed in all timelines. I release and forgive all. We release coin in all times and dimensions. Write this down. Affirm 11 times. And it's the symbols of currency are healed. Slashes, cuts, wounds, released and healed. Cane, coin, cut, slash, curse. All currency symbols have slashes or cuts on them, which is true, by the way. The euro, the dollar, all currency symbols have some form of slash. The Chinese yuan, the yen, every currency has slashes through them. Currency are cursed. Heal the currency or money. Money is time. Time is illusion. Illusion is Rahu. Rahu needs healing. All cuts and wounds in currency is completely healed and in all timelines. Second affirmation. Affirmation for Rahu, ancestors, shadow, self, acceptance, healing, and releasing. I seek forgiveness from Rahu in all dimensions. I know what happened with Rahu the unjust, so I seek forgiveness from all, and I forgive all in all dimensions, timelines, time loops, realities, and space. I seek forgiveness from Rahu. Pitri's my ancestors in all dimensions, timelines, time loops, realities, and space. I request Durga to make Rahu happy and release souls from time bondage in all dimensions, timelines, time loops, realities, and space. Pray, come home, child. Forgive your parents, your father. We need your support. Third affirmation. I accept, heal, and release all characters in my astrological charts and burn all the karma attached to these characters. I have learned my lesson and I am now on the path. Now, I am on the right path now. I am successfully carrying my soul mission in all levels, multidimensional. I'm free, I'm enlightened, I am opened, I'm expanded. I expand the idea of what is possible. As I expand the idea of what is possible, I bring it in. I am the universe. I am infinite in every direction. I am love. I am forgiving. And then there's other details, but those are the 3 affirmations. That third affirmation, even though I read it out loud, I did not see it until my third reading. I read it 2 times and didn't see it. So those are the affirmations. It's very old stuff. And did you see that? Did you check that out? They're talking other dimensions. This is Hinduism. Hinduism talks other dimensions, other timelines, time loops. That's not science fiction stuff. That's not Star Trek. That is Indus Valley and belief, and that is also written in Vedic form. Very, very ancient stuff. Hinduism talks time loops and timelines. That's science fiction, but it's science fact. they firmly believe in UFOs because it's part of the writings of the great wars in the Vedic scriptures. The Vedic scriptures talks about all kind of UFOs and things in heaven and flying things and nuclear bombs. They describe nuclear bombs going off. So this is pre-flood stuff. So their culture is thousands of years old. 30 to 80,000, on the modern side, hundreds of thousands on the late side, hundreds of thousands of years old. So I read that. I didn't do the breathing. I just read those things. I did it 5 times, once silently, 4 times quietly. So after doing that, then I checked my numbers. And I do this routinely. Make sure everything is. I do this switching cameras now. What am I gonna do? Do this. All right. So look at that quilt work, people. That is some beautiful quilt work right there. And if you need some quilt work done, don't talk to me because this was done by a lady that lives in this small fishing village. I have no idea what you're saying in the chat, by the way, guys. I have not been in there in so long. Oh, RH negative? I'm guessing that's what y'all talking about? Yeah, Melinda, there's some cool stuff coming out of India. All right. Epic, read above. The whole app is lagging. I'm not dropping packets. And I've got excellent connection with YouTube. So everything's good on my side, guys. Charles, read above for number. Read above. I'm doing some reading, guys. Bear with me. Charles, read above. I put the numbers. Oh, okay, your numbers. All right. I'll get to. Oh, okay, I see them now. Energy 53%, stress 53%, resilience bearable. You're doing okay, Epic. Those are good numbers for your first read. That's not bad at all. So here are mine. This is the app. The numbers that Epic's talking about is this app right here. It is Welltory right there. Guys, I haven't gotten my nails done or anything because I'm still in COVID mode. All right, so this is the app coming up. Whoa, you weren't supposed to see that just yet. All right. So to give you an idea, these are my usual numbers. All right. This is May 26th, and this is my usual. My stress is always taxing. It's always 75, 80%. My resilience is always good. That's because I do take care of myself. And productivity, they're yellow. I'll go back to May 26th, 25th, 24th. You can see all basic 24th, 25th. And I've been doing this app for about 8 months now. So I have about 8 months, and my numbers always look like shit. All right? My numbers always look like crap. My resilience is always good. May 26th, my resilience is always good. I'm happy with that. 27th, look at that. My resilience went down to shaky. So something's going on. 28th, I'm back to all right. But my productivity, energy, stress, this is the 28th, all right? At 7:32 a.m. I'm usually around the same time checking my numbers. And then today, 1:30 p.m., which is not too far off. Look at that. I've never had any numbers like that ever in this app. and I've taken them, and the reason I say 7:30 a.m., this is the best time to take your reading on the app. These should be my best numbers of the day. Okay, on the 28th, this is my top performance. And so 1:30 in the afternoon, I'm stressing, I'm working, I've got all kind of things going on. Everything in my life at this point in the day was just super stress. And this was a couple of hours after doing my my reading, my affirmations. Something in my heart went really, 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 really right after doing those affirmations. And after I get off, I'm going to do another read. But man, I don't even, those numbers are so good. I don't even know what to say about that, man. And believe me, I have tried to mess with this application. I have tried to do everything to make this, to make, any one of those three numbers. I mean, I would have punched myself in the face if you said, all right, one of these three guys we can make green. Your energy, your stress, your productivity. We can make one of those green, like the resilience, which is 80%, was still crap. If you just punch yourself in the face, I'll make one of those green for today. I'd have punched myself in the face. Anything to get these numbers moving, man. May 28th, May 27th. Nothing. And again, I do these in the morning because they're supposed to be the best time of day to do it. 1:30 in the afternoon, you're spent. You're working. Don't even do the app. And I've done it before, and it just depresses me. That's why I try to do it in the morning. And the thing is, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this a bunch of days in a row. You're supposed to do it every day in a row. And if you don't do it, you have to. It loses count. It's not a big deal, but you just get mad at yourself. But here I'm going through. Okay, this is green. This is today, the 1:30, where everything is just amazing. And now we can do just a fast scroll. And see, these days that I miss, it just pulls my number from my watch. So it's got basic numbers, doesn't do a full read. But none of them have great numbers. 57, 59, 59 are all yellows. And why am I making a big deal out of this? Because the Q says we should be meditating. We should be within our spirituality. And it's not just any spirituality, it's the yoga fire. So this right here, if you look to the bottom right of the sun, two of the four are Indian in nature, Indus Valley and Sanskrit, and then the other two are ancient practices. Ekropsis is Greek, is ancient Greek, pre-Roman, and it talks about the same thing. And the Greeks were very ancient, and the gods were real. Their Greek gods were real. So, and it also makes the point that prophecy in every religion, historical religion, is this great solar flash. So the Q is telling It's people. You need to be practicing this. You need to be doing this. And I just have seen those numbers, and I can tell you that it's not nonsense. It's not foolishness. Yeah, well, Tori's the app. Yeah, Epic, that would be interesting. That would really be interesting. And I know you're gonna put a little more uh religiosity. You're going to give it a little more because you're at home. You're not in a hurry to do anything. So you're going to give it a little more spirituality than I did at 9:30 in the morning. No, it wasn't 9:30 in the morning. When I did mine was at 10:30 in the morning. And I took my shower and my meditation. I took my shower, my bath at 10, and I did the meditation at 10:30, and then I did the measurement at 1:30 in super stress. Yeah, and Andrew, I mean, again, your numbers are very similar to mine. I've done nothing different. I shouldn't have gotten those numbers, but something within my heart, because this is a heart reading. It reads a heart off of your finger and with the phone. So the camera and the flash, the flash comes on like a light, and then it reads your pulse. Um, and the nuances of your pulse, not just your pulse, but there's a lot of nuance within your pulse, and it reads that, and it's just all greens and 100%. Yeah, I'm paying $11.99 per month for that thing too. I told you it was a pay app. If it's a pay app, it's a good app. Unfortunately, if it's more than $5 and people are paying for it, and a lot of people are, it's the good stuff. Samuel, good night. I'm about to sign off myself. This is the Wine Clock News, and we just basically go over things of the day and kind of wind things up. The app is Well Tory. I'm going to put it in the chat box here below, Melinda. War Eagle. Hey, so Melinda, you're going to like this. You're going to like this because so um, in England, either you love Manchester United or you loathe every single thing about Manchester United. You just me saying the words right now is probably caused gag reflex in several people within the Great Britain listening community. I may have just lost probably about 300 subscribers mentioning the name Manchester United and maybe gained one. It's just how it works in England. So this just gives you an idea. So I'm about to talk about college football in America. And college football is very popular throughout America, but in the South, it's just what we do, period. So, so Melinda, I'm an LSU fan. Go Tigers. Yeah, I can actually understand what Coach O says. That's how long I've lived in Louisiana and how much of a Tigers fan I am. And man, when when the coach of Alabama who's loathed and hated, but Coach Saban is he's a leader. He's a Donald Trump. He has that ability. When he's talking to you, he's talking only to you, and he has a power and a dynamic that inspires you, and that makes everybody else that he's beating just hate his guts. So when Coach O and Saban go at it, I mean that is genius versus genius, cunning versus cunning, leader versus leader. It's not war, but it shows young men what determination leadership is and can be, and how you can do something greater than you ever imagined, and that attracts people to that kind of leadership. Oh man, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Auburn and LSU, they play, but they don't have a rivalry. It's never been like that with Auburn and LSU. That's a family divided. Wow. How do you tell your family that in Alabama? Mom, Dad, I'm going to LSU. You're what? You better not come in here to this house with any of that Go Tigers nonsense. You leave that purple and gold at the state line. Yeah, it's a life. It's a life. So, anyways, guys, Saban sucks. Bama still sucks. Uh, oh, sorry, guys. That's just that's so I'm homeboy. I'm authentic, Melinda. I'm not just whistling Dixie. I know the words to the song. What's the question? What dream Tabitha had it? What dream Tabitha had it? What? What happened, Tabitha? Wind up the CME War Eagle. Melinda, you are an authentic War Eagle. No, I don't have kids, Tabitha. I don't have any children. If I had children, I would know about it. Believe me. I know everyone I've been with. They know where I live and my number. And yeah, if I had kids, I don't have the joke. Ugh, Tabitha, that'd be my dream. A little girl and a 6-month-old. Oh, let us pray, guys. When it comes, when the changes come around, let's hope that's the breadcrumbs future. Thank you, Tabitha. That is the most beautiful dream anybody has told me they've had about me. And dreams are messages. They are, and especially when you remember a dream and you have to tell somebody, that is a message. So usually, I never dream about myself. I've dreamt about myself as in a deja vu situation. I had a 2-minute deja vu. I mean, on my watch, I had to look at it because I knew what everybody was going to say, do, and when that deja vu was happening, and it was Orange Beach, Florida, Orange Beach, Alabama. I'm sorry, Orange Beach, Alabama, Melinda, where I was having this deja vu, and it was inside and outside one of those little wooden restaurants, that everybody sets up real quick, and for 2 minutes I had to watch. I knew what everybody was going to say and do, walk out what door, and I mean I was walking in a dream state, and it was just so weird, and I knew I'd had that dream within 2 years. So very powerful. Yeah, I'm busy. Children will give you gray hair. I've got the gray hair. Now I just need the kids, Epic. Oh, yay, Tabitha. That makes me so happy. And that's definitely a penny from heaven. That's the Creator letting me know that I'm on the right path. Because I'm not going to dream about myself. That's not how my dreams happen. I see myself in deja vu situations, and something will happen. I'll be like, okay. I remember having that dream. So that's just a nod. And Partha has it with so many things that he sees. And then he shows it to me. I'm like, oh, I see it too. Whoa. But he sees it because that's where his mind runs. And then when he has somebody like me who's on the same wavelength and he shows me, and I'd be more than happy to say, Partha, that is nonsense. That is nonsense, Partha. I am sorry, but that's not there. I'm the first person to do that. I'm a skeptic. I'm an engineer. But he shows me, gives me the circumstances, and I'm like, yeah, that happens a lot with Partha. Thank you so much. Navarre Beach. That's where I was. I was exactly Navarre Beach. Um, I think it was the Emerald 3. I think was the were the condos, because that's all it is. That's all it is. Navarre Beach is just condos, a wall of condos. You don't see the beach if you're off the main road. There's normal civilization, then some restaurants, the whole bunch of restaurants, touristy restaurants, then a road, then just a wall of condos, and then beach in the Gulf of Mexico, Navarre Beach. Am I right? No, Tabitha, you're on that wavelength, man. You are on, yeah, and I'm feeling a very very strong thing in myself saying, those people that give us those dreams, saying sorry, that you have to experience. It's a burden and a curse. And yes, and like we're saying, the empathetic people, those of us with deep empathy, empaths, um, have that happen a lot. Thankfully, I don't have it so much. But I feel people. I can walk in a room, and one of my key things as being a political aide, Melinda, key thing when I was in Louisiana politics, and Melinda will tell you straight up, Louisiana politics is crazy politics. Um, and in politics, I could read a room. I could see who the power players were, who the people that were good, who the hard workers were, and usually whenever I meet someone within a minute or two, I know who they are. So I've always thought, because I'm a good person reader and just training, but I'm an empath. I have the ability to read people. First time I read them, I'm usually wrong. My first is consistent, and so I've learned, how you shoot when you have to shoot a long way, a rifle. You don't shoot right at the target because the wind and the gravity affects it. So you aim up here if your target's there. So you read your target, you know your windage, so you shoot there and you hit the target every time. So I already know when I read somebody, my first read is always going to be wrong. If I read you, hey, you're a great person, you're usually going to be a jerk. And if I read a person, hey, you're a jerk, well, you're going to be a good person. Hey, you're weird. Oh my God, you're authentic. So I see what everybody else sees initially, but within 1 or 2 minutes, I can pretty much know who you are. Yeah, Melinda, I was so lucky. I got to live on Pensacola Beach for 5 years, and on the far side, where all the houses are and the residential area, far away from either sets of the condos, and that's beach life. That was beautiful. Oh, Liverpool. Joe. Thank you. Joe, you're the best. Joe Whitfield said, no, mate, I'm in Grimsby, Lincolnshire. Just support Liverpool. He mentioned Manchester United. He did the throw up thing. Just the words from my mouth to his ears caused him the gag reflex. That's brilliant. That is so perfect. Thank you for that, Joe. That's it's those affirmations. That's why so many of y'all stick with the visit because I'm able to authenticate myself in so many different ways. Not the usual way. But listen, authentication is authentication is authentication, all right? That's why you have a password for your email. Anybody should be able to enter your email if we were all honest. Why have passwords? Because you have to authenticate yourself to something that you're going to receive. Oh, we got several Liverpool people here. Ah, I know that shirt real well. It's not the size of the ship, folks. It's the motion in the ocean. Oh my gosh, I know that shirt. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so beautiful, Melinda. Your dad was my kind of people. It is the motion that can always take you down. You are right. I love Liverpool. Alchemy worked there lots. Yay, Liverpool love. Let's see, can anybody name a band that came out of Liverpool, England? Can anybody name a band that came out of Liverpool, England? Anyone in the chat session? Let's change direction here. Let's change direction. Huh, Joe? How about that? I think you're right. I think the Beatles did come out of Liverpool, England. Your dad was a Marine. Well, of course he loved Pensacola Beach. Navy. That's all Navy right there. Man, you can't throw a stick without hitting somebody in the Navy in Pensacola. A Beatles. That's right. The Beatles came out of Liverpool. Beautiful. All right, guys. Everybody wins. I'm not very subtle, am I? Olivia. And you're the only one that capitalized it. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing that respect, Olivia. Perfect. Perfect. The Perluminati. We're the Perluminati in this group. We are the Fellowship of the Crumbs. And a big thank you to all of the mods here who really work throughout the day and keep an eye on the chat. And it's kind of frustrating sometimes because we have friends that are in here, and I'll say something that triggers them, and we'll get disagreeable, and it gets disagreeable, and they have to go. We have an important job to do here. So as we do the job, as more people from the queue get to know us, and then things will get a little more serious, and we'll get into a little more thoughtful discussions. A Flock of Seagulls is another great Liverpool band. Thank you for bringing up. I love Flock of Seagulls, man. I'm sorry that they went south, man. And I ran so far away. I saw the little the Flock of Seagulls. They opened for the Go-Go's. Yep, I hear those jaws are dropping. Father McKinney writing a sermon that nobody hears. That's a great line. That is a great line, Tabitha. Conspiracy. Yep. Wow, guys, we've gone on a wonderful tangent. And no, look, artists often put messages in their art that they don't even know they're putting in there. The Beatles wrote such amazing words that speak to people decades after those words were written, and some of them were written in mockery and jest and, sneer. But they bring an art. I always say Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. If you're a sober 50-year-old and you just pick up Dark Side of the Moon, you're probably not going to like it. But in your early teens and in your 20s and through college and post-college, that album mixed with a little bit of weed really inspires you and speaks to you and says things that the writers never intended, but the real writer always intended for you at that time to hear. Or, when you're looking at art, artists can see things that others can't. I mean, to give you the greatest example of all, the logo of our project is filled with symbolism. I am the leader of this project. I am the project manager. And I couldn't see all the symbolism in this picture, nor could the artist that put it out, Fitzsimmons. There's several things in here that other people are going to see and relate to the bigger picture that he just felt inspired to put in there. Oh, that looks good. Well, you don't know why it looks good. Something is telling you it looks good. And it's just like that affirmation. I read an affirmation 2 times. I did not see it. In this, the Q block that we occupy, is screaming with lightning. Get out of here. There's so much here. I will go listen to that after on our Facebook, on Epic's well-managed Facebook page after I get off of here, Natalie, and then I'll drop you a note through the Facebook machine. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Got you, Andrew. But, you're going to see things and then see it again and like it was just never there. So in this that I've been following the cue, and this just meant so much to me, and I've been looking at it so much. For 3 weeks, I never saw Great Solar Flash, prepare for solar flashes. I did not see those words, even though I was looking at this thing again and again and studying and studying and studying it. I knew every word on this square that we're looking at, even the stuff that you can't see. And then suddenly 2 weeks ago, I saw the words Great Solar Flash. And then I talked to Partha. No, it's after I talked to Partha that I saw the words on this thing, Great Solar Flash. And then it wasn't until a few days ago that I saw prepare for solar flashes. So that's how this works, and it's weird. And I just, it's hard to understand, but all of you can appreciate it because it happens to you in your daily existence. That's why you're a breadcrumb, because you put together your own crumbs and have, and see things a lot of people don't see. Cheers to you. It sucks sometimes, but it feels good too. Cheers, old beam. Pip pip. Jinx, you owe me. What do y'all drink over there? You owe me. Jinx, you owe me fish and chips. And you do go to the best fish and chips place, don't you? All right, guys, we've had a beer. All right, I'll drink a beer with you. A pint. We'll drink a pint. We'll ask the man behind the bar to draw us a pint, and we'll go from there. Is it Slanche? Slanche, isn't it? Slanche, Irish. Cheers. We'll have to drink one too, Nemesis. And really, all realist, Nemesis, Epic, Dawn, Doreen, who I missed in the last roll call of mods here. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for the enthusiasm you give this project. And I know sometimes you hate to kick somebody out, but you now have the feel that this person is just not going to add anything to this conversation. They're here to, take a bat to us. And all of us here are we're pretty sensitive. And we should be. We're empaths. And I want to keep that I want to keep that sensitivity. I don't want to become jaded and tough against abuse. Here I'm sensitive. And that's the thing. When you go to India, all of our bravado that we have here in the West that, makes jokes and makes people laugh, they don't get it. They don't laugh like that. They don't laugh at somebody else's expense in India. They have unconditionally, they're like, oh, is something wrong? No, I was making a joke. Oh, okay. Because you're making fun of somebody at somebody else's expense. And in India, why would you do that? That seems hurtful to me, Charles. Well, it is hurtful. It's kind of the point of some humor. Oh, okay. Do Australians do that? I like Australians. So, Slanche Makara. Makara. I have to go to Ireland to get all the pronunciation right. Cheers to you, my good friend. We will have to get the. I know we haven't had the stalking schedule worked out today. It's been very busy, Nemesis. It's been very, very busy. I know I have to work on my stalking schedule. I will work on that. I will get that to you. I know I've blown the deadline already, but you've seen how it's been today. Please. It's not easy being a stalkie. Guys, I need you to remember, and especially you, Epic, the most important thing of meditation is breathing. Now, the most important thing to me now in everything of everything is actually these affirmations because of what I've seen with my own eyes. So the affirmations are important, but I have to say in getting the relaxation in, breathing is important. So remember 4, 6, and 8. Okay, 4, 6, and 8, and especially you, Andrew. You breathe in one nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. So you're taking a lot of breath in fast. Then you hold it for 6 seconds, and then you let it out of that nostril for 6 seconds. Then you switch nostrils. 4 seconds in. As much oxygen as you can pull into your lungs, you hold it for 6 seconds, and then you release it slowly, but you compress, you push it out. And that means you can understand the physics of this. As you push it out, you're pushing as much air into everything that you are into your system. You don't even feel a little lightheaded as you do it, which is good. It's kind of, it's a free buzz. So it's the 369 is another way to do it. 468, but 369 are very important numbers in religiosity. But 468 is how 468. Who do we appreciate? Shamil, Shamazel, Housing Rev Incorporated. Dun, 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 dun. 369 is a good way to do it. And I think Angela would say, "Oh yes, that's fine. That is perfect." But 468 is also, those are sacred numbers. In in astrology. Captain Realist. So remember breathing, practice that, and that just makes you meditate and get in deep and strong. All right, face the sky. Hey, how are you? Yes, the head wiggle. What do you think you're doing? Just everything about how they do. No, and especially with our reduced magnetic shield, those of you who are feeling lightning effects, and there's a lot of you. Partha is. Um, Gosh, who was in here yesterday? I'll have to look. And said she was getting a bunch of lightning feelings. So very cool, Andrew. Wow, you've gotten a promotion, Captain Realist. Now, here's the question. Now that you're Captain Realist, are you going to change your moniker from Conspiracy Realist to Captain Realist? Challenge given. I don't I don't know. I don't pretend to know everything, Realist. Challenge accepted. I love people who share humor. I do, I do, I do. Ah, that's true. That's true, Spartan. It's not a conspiracy anymore, is it? It's the reality that we're in. Wow, everybody's getting Nemesis a private. Wow, private Nemesis, you got stripes. All right, you go, badass. Y'all got it going on. Y'all doing something right. I'm very proud of everybody. Well, Tabitha Shea, you are our private eye. You are our gumshoe. Congratulations. Two stripes. You got a stripe and a rocker? Go ahead, Nemesis. You've been showing up and you've been doing good work then. You got the Sergeant Major's approval. Good on you, girl. Good on you. When Trump said he put the media in the rocket. Private bow ace forward heart. No, no, Spartan. Please get a hold of um, Angela. Email her. I'm about to put her email address up here in the chat, and let her know that you're from our group, that you're a friend. Because once you tell her that you're with the Breadcrumbs Project, she knows what level of understanding you have. So she doesn't have to go through several layers of it. And here is her YouTube page. And this is probably the best place to start, is this candle meditation, Spartan. Peace out, Natalie. Have a great, great day. I'm about to leave here shortly, and I will go check out your post on the Facebook machine. I have a wrench. I can break in. Go badass face this guy. You get that thing done. You do that work. Melinda wants to know more about you, Tabitha. Tabitha using Scooby-Doo as a model. That's beautiful. The Facebook page is Epic Charles. 2 different words. All right. Again, let's take a look at our Q page as I get ready to wind up the evening. This is our part of the queue. This is what people are going to start coming in and talking to us about. And it's important for us to begin to understand it more and more. And like Epic's doing, he's practicing what he's preaching. So all of us should continue to educate ourselves in everything about this square because this is important. It is. It is absolutely important. It's important. It's something that Partha understands. It's something that Angel understands, and they're coming from a whole other tradition. They don't know nothing about the Q, or Western politics, or what all that is going on about. But this that's in the box here, all that stuff that's behind me, yeah, they understand it perfectly. They explain it to us perfectly, and they're teaching us. And as they teach us, hopefully we can teach others and get ready for what's coming because we've been warned. We've been warned. And these are the things that we can do to prepare ourselves. And every religion has warned about this, and they've all spoken as to ways to prepare for it. Tomorrow, meditate and get a hold of Partha and Angel so that you can begin your process of affirmations and get a good horoscope reading, and so you can be understood. We all have ESP. We all have the third eye. We do, and we're all celebrated. And you are loved and very much appreciated by all of us here in the Breadcrumbs Project. Thank you so much for watching us, keeping up with us, and participating and growing with us. All of y'all, everybody that's here right now that's commented, I've talked to online, has grown so much in the last 3 or 4 weeks of being here and participating. And, you just say things to say things, but gosh, have you noticed how many people are impacted by the things you say? Everybody here has contributed so much, and I'm a conservative. I'm not a lefty. Feelings are great. I'm facts over feelings, and that's why I'm saying everybody here has contributed and connected so much and so strongly. And I don't want to have a big group. I don't want to have 200, 300 people trying to chat in this. I like how we do this. So this is to you, each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. Olivia, your gin and tonic. Cheers to you. I didn't find out what the gin was. You never told me. But here's to you. Cheers. Oh, that's good. I love. Oh my God, it's good. The cat bowl floweth. Yes, and don't forget we have the order of the cat bowl. That is our finest, our bravest, our noblest members of the Breadcrumbs Project are members of the Order of the Cat Bowl, a very esteemed, noble group of humans and Pleiadians, if I've ever seen them. Oh, Monkey 57. Thank you, Olivia. Interesting. No, I don't know it. A London brand. Yeah, just like in the US, we have a bunch of hobbyist beer brands that have popped up. Same thing's happening in England with gin. A lot of distilleries, a lot of little homemade distilleries. Thank you so much, Nemesis. Sanche Makara to you too. Captain, my captain. Can't see my head and hand, but is saluting you. Captain Realist. It is an honor, sir, to salute you, and I do it in the esteemed British way. Wow, Captain. Captain, my captain. Bam. Bam, 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 Gina. Don't talk the walk. Own the walk. Man. That is so badass. And I give you a good old American salute as well. Notice the angles are excellent. There should be a right angle right here, and there is. And my first two fingers touch my brow, and my thumb is perfectly tucked in. Salute to you, sir. Wow. Oh, no, sir. No, Alchemy. You're not going there. You're not making the cat bowl a conspiracy. Wait a minute. This is not going right. This is not a cat bowl. This is a fine representation of a Roman drinking implement. This is Roman fine tableware for a Roman. This, sir, is not a cat bowl. It's chalice. Grail, if you will. Romans drank from these. Cats don't drink from these. Egyptians had cats. Romans had wolves. I really do, really do appreciate and love each and every one of you. And thank you for embarking on this journey and growing with me, with us. Yep, it's that time of the evening where we do our little cha-cha-chas. Yes. Oh boy. Guys, I am signing off. It is 10:30 here. You guys are educated. You're having a great time. And you don't need anything from me as far as any direction or guidance or anything goes. You are some of the smartest, bravest, and most wonderful people. I love enjoying all of our time together. Tomorrow morning, we start on the same thing. The morning will lead us to the evening. What I start in the morning with, and whatever goes our way, hopefully we'll be talking to Partha tomorrow, and we continue to zone in on what's happening. The predicted EMP happened. The date was right on. We don't know what the results of these things are. We just know that things are going to happen and what days they're going to happen. But the actual results are those are of the Creator. Those are of God. Those are of the gods, and they have a great sense of humor. So let's participate in their grand play and the grand plan appropriately and humbly. And I've learned that from Partha and Angel. So all we do in this project is ask 3 things of you. That magical number 3, and that is that you think good thoughts, you say good things, and you do good deeds with your hands, even if you're doing Masonic symbols. How my hands do Masonic symbols, I don't know. They just talk by themselves. They're Latin. They don't have anything to do with Masons. I don't know. So do all those things. Say good things, think good thoughts, and do good things. You know, you won't be popular, but you're going to be based in grounded philosophies that make you fulfilled and happier. So to all of y'all, Fasta, cheers, l'chaim, to life, salud, ciao.